I'm Barbara Britt, and I am a culture strategist. And so for the next, oh my gosh, several sessions, we're going to be working about the culture, how things fall in line. And I'm going to tell you this right up front. And if you have any doubt, all you have to do is go to my website, barbarabritt.com. Culture costs nothing except for to hire me in to help you. And after that, everything just means living in humanity and treating others right. So this is just a series of where we're going to go. And the first thing we're going to do is work on ourselves. And we're going to celebrate the fact that we're going to let FOMO go so that we can absolutely be a creative force. So I'll start off with a quote with you that I love. It says, FOMO, fear of missing out, is the enemy, you heard me right, is the enemy of valuing your own time. And that's by Andrew Yang. But when I was researching this and going on, I found this cute little Charlie Brown picture. And he's sitting at the typewriter, and you know how Charlie Brown worries about everything, and he writes, "Dear FOMO, I think of you constantly." Charlie Brown, "Dear FOMO, I think of you constantly." Am I getting my point across? Well, when we get brave enough, we get absolutely brave enough to let FOMO go, the fear of missing out. Oh my gosh, a 40-pound weight has been taken from you. But now we find out that absolutely it can change the structure of your brain. How awesome is that? So it's not that when you're missing out or the fear of missing out, it's what you gain. What do you gain when you just let it go? I realized that I was having the fear of missing out of a program that I've been part of forever. A fabulous program, right? Fabulous program. It just didn't serve me any longer. And so the more I stayed in it and the more I resisted staying in it, and the more I held off and the more I didn't totally engage, it took up time. It took up energy. It took up creativity from me. So when I let it go, and I finally remembered the great things and things that I learned and how I grew with it. But remember this: if you let go of things that no longer serve you, or serve your clients, or serve your company, or serve your family, you can remember them fondly, but that doesn't mean you have to be part of it. And so we're going to go over some of the things and some of the strengths and balances we get. When we give up that, so, at first I had trouble going on to Facebook and some other things, especially with organizations I belong to, and people would say, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing this. And until I could say, I'm proud of them, I'm glad they're doing that, that doesn't diminish me. It doesn't take away from me. But you know what? It was a step I had to take. So you can go on. You can listen to your friends. You can congratulate someone. In fact, I did that today that just got a raise. They just got elevated. And you know what? Besides just making me happy to congratulate her and to know that she's going up, it took nothing away from me. It absolutely took nothing away from me at all. I don't have the fear of missing out. Well, maybe I should be moving up. I'm not even in the same type of workforce that she's in. Don't have any desire to be in that. When I stay in that fear of missing out, I can't give to my clients like I need to give. Because someone else's clients can pay more money, or someone else's clients have more pull, whatever the case may be. So I want us to think about that. I want you to start marking down when you take something away that's no longer serving you, what are the benefits? I need you to keep I like timelines. I like timelines because I can go back and I can see my growth. Pat myself on the back. I can say, good job. I can stop comparing myself to everybody else and worrying about FOMO. Have you ever got someplace and you thought about it, you wanted to get there, and you got there and you found out that several people aren't there, they're doing something else that night. And all of a sudden, it's not as exciting, it's not as fun, it's not as uplifting. Well, in your personal development, and as we walk along, as we enter into the culture of things, releasing yourself from the fear of missing out. This is the right place, the right time, and this is where I need to be learning right now. Go on your timelines. Go on your expectations. But along that way, don't fear stopping and letting yourself just be. I can just tell you this. That timeline that I'm telling you to go on, I'll tell you to go straight across. Put slants on there. Here's where you think of it. And here, above here, is what happened. And you got there. Bam! I got there. What happened in between to get me there? On that timeline, that's what's important. And if you can do that, you don't have the fear of missing out. What if I don't? Everybody else is doing that. But everybody's not on the same vision or purpose plan that you are. They're just not. We can look at people and that always looks like the grass is greener on the other side. And I can tell you what, it's not. Someone's looking at you and someone says, they have everything. I've been, in the past couple days, I have been told by several people on the phone, email, text, you name it, Zoom. Well, Barbara, you have it all, and you're doing this, and you're doing this, and you're doing that. And I look at them and I go, I think of you as a superstar. I think of you as doing this. Let's get rid of the fear that we're not doing enough. We're missing out. We're not having enough fun. We're not moving enough in our career. Think about setting that pace, setting that plan, stopping to celebrate those moments when we have achieved what we used to only dream about. But celebrate them. Celebrate them even more so than you berate yourself when you don't achieve what you want to achieve at a certain time. So I'm just going to say this. Let's drop any fear of missing out of anything. Be in that moment. Think about how important that time is to you, myself. So let's really get into it. Again, think about this. Relish the feeling of being out of loop. Have you done that? And I like I said, I'm going to give up, and I've already started to take away things that I loved, I was passionate about, I served, I gave my time, my energy, my money, but it just doesn't serve me anymore. It'll go on. It'll be there for someone else. But if I stay there, I will not be creating other things that will affect even more people, will allow me to challenge myself and others as well. So really go back and enjoy all those moments. Enjoy your accomplishments. And then do something for yourself. Let them go. If you have to, take a snapshot. You can go back and look at it later on. That's what I do. Or I'll tell a story and I'll remember something great that happened with my leadership students or my cheerleaders or whatever. I'm not in that realm anymore. I'm often in total different venues, working with companies and organizations. But I can go back there when I need to take a little mini vacation and I can enjoy those times. But I had to release them in order to move forward. That's what I'm going to ask you today. What is it that you need to release out of your life that's no longer serving you? It's not that it's bad, it's wrong, it's not that someone cheated you. It's not any of those things. When you can get rid of the blame, then you can grow. It's merely you having used that time and space, that time in life, to create whatever. And now you are simply growing and moving on. So it's not a negative, it's a positive. So be positive about what you want to leave behind, what you want to create and travel. Because one day you're going to look back and say, I love that moment in time when I got up here. But you know what? Now it's no longer serving me, and I'm ready to go to the other side. So I want to tell you what, there's a bunch of us over there on that other side. You too. We're going to celebrate you. We're going to celebrate ourselves. And we are going to go away from the fear of missing out. Because truly, when you're not growing, when you're not creating, you're taking that tiny step into dying. So we're not going to go there. Barbara Britt, please go to my website, barbarabritt.com. Love to have you there. Also, you can go to my podcast and Brain Fuel with Barbara Britt on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple. You can go to my live shows that are on Tuesdays and Thursdays every day of the week. Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, And then Wednesday, join me for LinkedIn. I'm so proud that you took the time to watch this. Remember, we're getting ready to go into the culture of things. How are you personally and professionally going into that step? By dropping FOMO and walking into your next chapter. Thank you very much for joining me today.